welcome to Celtic Fox Stamp Club for July 2016. This is our second card that we're going to be making with the pumpkin pie backing. These are all the items that you're going to need, including Melon Mambo ink. I'm using our little stamp spot. If you actually have the ink pad, you're welcome to use that too. Alright, I'll just move these aside for now. And before we move that, we're just going to grab a very special day stamp there and just mount that up just for later. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of gluing first. I'll grab these first. Now, you'll notice here, these are actually they've been cut directly from the design, so you need to kind of piece that back together, puzzle it back together. You can see that all matches. So it's actually going to go back onto the paper in its actual design. This is one of the new DSP's Designer Series paper that's called Festive Birthdays, I think. All of the paper, the DSP that's being used for this month is from that set. It's a beautiful set. I love the matching colours. You've got the new Emerald Envy in there, as well as some of the old favourites like Pumpkin Pie. So we're going to match all of that up today on this. Okay, so once you've done that, we're going to actually glue these on so that these are like an under backing, and you'll see that there's enough room for a little border around the edge. So we'll just do each of those. You see all of the Designer Series paper is double-sided, so when you don't like one of the designs, you know, you can always use the other side. Most of the time they have something that's kind of really bold on one side and then a bit more of a backing type of a paper on the other. I do love this side though, with the pinatas on them. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to bring in the white piece, and these are going to go on here like this. Now we're going to line it up first because we kind of want to get a sense of how much of a gap you've got on all sides so that we can make it a bit even. So you can see I've kind of lined it up so the gap in each of those is actually pretty well the same. I mean, it looks pretty well the same without measuring it, obviously. And I do find it's easier to kind of leave those spots on so that you can line it back up when you place it back on. So you can remember exactly where you want it to be. Okay, that's the last one there. Alright. So I think for the most part we made that pretty even. Alright, next thing that we're going to do is actually the stamping. So we'll bring this back and our ink with the little ink spots. I actually find it's easier to ink this way instead of the other, so this is quite inky. That should be okay. It's pretty freshly inked, so it's quite juicy at the moment. Okay. Just line that up. I'm actually looking at it from a pretty funny angle while filming, so turned out okay. Alright, we can put that aside. Alright, we're going to bring in our little enamel shapes. So this is one of the new products as well from the new catalogue. These are in Emerald Envy, which is another one of the new colours, which is in here, so we've kind of matched that up. So we've matched the Melon Mambo with the stamp, and we're matching the Emerald Envy in with our little accents. And I do find it's easier to use my paper piercer to move these. Obviously you can just use tweezers or your fingers or whatever. I do like this. And we're just going to randomly put these three shapes. There's two of the small ones and one just a little bit larger. And on a full sheet of these you actually get stars and hearts as well. And in a set you get all of the new in colours, or you can choose any of the other colour sets. I'm just going to put this one here. Go over here, and the big one. I don't like it. There. Okay, it's just to give it a little bit extra there. Now we're just going to glue this back onto our card base. Just a little bit in from the edges so that it doesn't seep out the sides. Alright, and there you have it. There is our card number 2, bright and colourful, perfect for a birthday, or any celebration really, because it kind of just says very special day, so you could use it for any kind of celebratory occasion. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and thanks for joining me.